Hi there, this is Miles Pitcher with Superior Lending coming to you again this week with another mortgage tip. This week we got a couple of things to cover. We've had a lot of news happening. We have our new loan limits announced for 2022, and I want to continue sharing with you guys about our non-QM loan options. We've done a bank statement loan, we've done a jumbo loan, and we've done a DSCR or a debt service coverage ratio loan. So today we're going to cover a profit and loss loan. Again, here's my contact info. You can scan that QR code and that'll take you to my business card. Rates. So let's check this out. Back right here, this big green bar, this was the announcement of Omicron, the COVID variant. So that scared the markets. Money moved from the stock markets into the bond markets for a place of safety. That was a great day of improvement. Then a couple of days later, our Fed chair started talking and saying, hey, inflation is here. It's real. We are going to continue adjusting for inflation. And with inflation, the way to counteract inflation is by rising interest rates. So you can see how the trend has been kind of sideways and now slightly getting worse on rates. That's happened as the Omicron fears have subsided a little bit, and we still have concerns about inflation happening. Rates are still great, but just be aware kind of the direction of where rates are moving right now. We're encouraging all of our clients to get moving on things and get rates locked in. They're still fabulous right now. All right. So we've been operating off an assumption for the last couple of months that the new loan limit would be at least 625, and we've had lenders doing loans in that range. The announcement came out November 30th. It will be 647,250, which is awesome. Or I'm sorry, that's a typo. It should be 647,200 is the exact amount. So we can start doing loans in those amounts. That's awesome. Think about this. You can now buy a $681,000 home, 5% down, allows you to be able to do that with a conforming loan. That's huge. That's awesome. That's a great change. And depending on what part of the country you're in, what city, county, etc., there are some high cost areas. You'll just have to see what that means is you can often push the limit higher depending on the county that you're in. FHA loan limits have been announced also. This is great. The new base loan limits, 508,300. This is a 1-unit single family home. It does move up on 2, 3, 4 multifamily unit properties, but all wonderful news. These are improvements that have been needed in the loan limits. All right, we're going to talk about non-QM loans, the profit and loss loan. Obviously, these are for self-employed borrowers who run their own business. The scenario where these would make sense is if we need to look at a shorter period of time, maybe a 1-year period of time, and maybe taxes haven't been filed. We would just then have the CPA for the business prepare either a 12 or 24-month CPA prepared profit and loss. There is some verbiage that they have to put in there, such as verifying the business has been in existence for at least 2 years. We can get it done with 1 year of existence, but the borrower needs to show that they've been in the same line of business prior to that. Minimum FICO 660. There is some variation in that. I do have lenders who can go a little bit lower, but generally they need to be 660 or higher. Up to 90% LTV. That's awesome. This can be done on a primary second home investment property. Really cool also. They do have to have 2 months of bank statements to support the profit and loss, and they will need some reserves to show that they can make those payments. But this is a a very simple way for someone who is super complicated to be able to get a quick loan. It's also a great way for someone who hasn't filed tax returns quite yet, or doesn't have the 2-year history, or maybe they have declining income. Like 1 year was really high, then the next year was low. All those are great options for these self-employed borrowers to be able to get a fabulous non-QM loan. And this is sweet also, that you can get up to $3.5 million loan amounts on these loans. That's phenomenal. Let me know if you have questions on these. We love making sure our clients know what all the fees mean on their loans, and they should be presented with options when they're shopping. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon. Miles Pitcher with Superior Lending.